Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Belmont Park here on Thursday. It is the 1st of June 2023. Gonna look at the second race from Belmont, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean around the world. My God, it's already June. Feels like yesterday was New Year's Day at Aqueduct, looking at the ladies' handicap and betting that Pletcher horse, and it just feels like yesterday that this year's gone by. But Belmont Stakes Festival begins next Thursday. It's going to be an excellent week of racing. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for the Belmont Stakes Day. It's going to be my first Belmont I'm going to after so many years. It's going to be an exciting month, but and a lot of changes. Let's look at the second race from Belmont, which is it's a good race. It's an allowance race going for a $95,000 purse race for fillies, mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. Never won 18,000 of the main claiming starter or state bred allowance racer, which never won 2 races here. Field 7 horses were entered, 7 horses at MTO, but 6 will go to the inner turf course, the distance of ground of about 2,200 meters, or the distance of ground of about 1.3 miles on the inner turf course. Portable rails are up at 35 feet. Before I go any further, I could probably guarantee you that they're going to break the track record in this race. 2:23.2 is the track record for mile 3/8. I believe last week they ran a mile 3/8 race in 2:12 or 2:13. If I could guess, I think they might go 2:15 in this race, but 2:23. I've looked up all the times they've run this about mile 3/8, and they've only run it in the last year. They started doing it here at Belmont, and all the races have been coming on very soft turf course. We haven't had a lot of rain in the last week here in New York, so these turf courses are going to be lightning fast. So you're going to see a quick pace in this one, or not a quick pace, but a quick final time, I think. With that being said, my top selection, I'm going to go with the 6-horse Rium as a top selection. I'm going to go 6245 in the superfecta. 6245 super. Top selection is 6-horse Rayome. This 5-year-old mare by Nyquist. Christophe Clement trains. Trevor McCarthy gets the mount. This horse was previously trained by Michael Dickinson and ran at Saratoga on the 5th of August. Mile and a half inner turf course and allowance race 115,000. And the horse finished second by nose that day. And this horse had a horrible beginning, but settled well towards the back of the pack. Had a great turn of foot late after stalking a slow pace. Just missed, but ran her hard out that day. Refreshing back to Belmont, was still a little closer with a slow pace. I think the horse get the job done and run a good race here today. The previous race was closing weekend here at Belmont last July. July the 10th, a mile 3/8 inner turf course and allowance race 92,000. And the horse finished second by a head that day. And again, the horse sat back early, really had the turn of foot, just missed Queen Bourbon late, but she ran her heart out coming back with the 78 buyer. And then 25th of June at Belmont, a mile and 1/8 allowance race for state breds, 80,000. The horse finished second by a head, just a little bit too late, but she ran her heart out. If you look at the margin of victory, she's lost head, nose, so she's getting close, but no cigar. The bridesmaid recently, I think she could make it the bride today. Her only victory came here last April, going a mile 16th in a state bred main specialway, winning by 2 lengths on the Widener turf course, closing up for nowhere. I thought it was a very good race. She's training well. Watch out for this horse late. They only bought her for 25,000 at Keeneland 2023, and then since then she's made 115,000, so good for her with the cheap purchase. I think the stablemate 2-horse Ever Summer could get your job done also, getting blinkers on for Christophe Clement and Joel Rosario. This is actually the horse that Trevor McCarthy got injured with back in November at Aqueduct. That came the 18th of November at Aqueduct. Mount 3/8 and allowance race 90,000, and the horse, the second place finisher came back on this horse top of the lane. This horse fell. Horrible incident. It's actually, you can't find the incident on RTN. You have to actually find it on, to watch the replay, you have to go back to America's Best Racing on YouTube. So, which is kind of, I understand that they want to not show the horses falling, but they could cut that out like they do some replays and edit it out. But they didn't. So RTN, it was a very hard to find that replay. But a lot of those horses out of that race actually been coming out and running some good runs. This horse, just was in a bad spot at the bad time. Prior to that at Aqueduct, mile 3/16 outer turf course, allowance race 105,000. The horse finished 5th by 2 3/4 lengths that day, and I thought the trip was just a little bit too short. The horse needed that extra turn of foot there. And then at Delaware, mile 3/8 in the main special weight, won by 1/4 lengths from a tracking trip. This horse really took off clear. I think coming here today should be a little bit more forwardly paced. Watch out for this one here today at 5-2. Like I said, I think it's between the Clement horses in this one. But to recap my selection for the second from Belmont, let's take the 6-horse Reum. Give kudos to the 2-horse Ever Summer. 6245 Super, 6-2 in your multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.